in the in the in discussions of the Ukraine-Russia war, there are a lot of things that people, I think, a lot of things that people say, that they repeat, but they don't actually try to figure out. For instance, I mean, people talk about NATO. Well, first of all, it's not a matter of being for or against. It's just we are looking at history. NATO was originally a military alliance in order to protect Western Europe from Soviet Russia. And the communist countries, they had the Warsaw Pact, and the Warsaw Pact died 30 years ago when communism fell, and so now there is no Soviet Russia. What's the purpose of NATO? It's well. There is one theory was that now there is the threat against the Western world is not a Soviet Russia anymore. It's a terrorism. That was a Bush kind of spin on the thing. I think the what they call the neocons. That's what they said. NATO now, the task of NATO is to fight terrorism. So at least they had a but now when you ask, what's the point of NATO? NATO is expanding and is expanding, but what's the point of that expansion? And how are Russians going to perceive that? It's just, do they perceive that as with resentment, as some kind of provocation? Do they perceive such expansion as a provocation? As a way to kind of to reduce their influence in the world, in the regions. Yeah, well, naturally countries want to have some kind of a sphere of influence. So all